Hey guys, this is Justin with Ready Business Systems, and this is video 11 of Copilot versus Service Autopilot. So where we left off last time, we had some questions on the upsells, custom links, and some automation questions, and visit versus maintenance completed. So he actually didn't get back to me in that last question, so I'm just going to ask him quickly. So I just sent him a screenshot here. That was the question about what these different triggers are, visit versus maintenance completed. But that's a detail. What he did tell me, I asked him the question about nothing versus stop. He said they do the same thing. So they said they're going to get rid of one of these, but they will just stop the automation. So I don't know why they have it in there. So just that. We addressed maintenance versus visit. We'll discuss later. So the upsells custom link was an issue. So just to review that, we had under upsells in his video, he told me that by creating this upsell, you could also, by clicking the button, whether it's on the app or on the client page, it would add a tag to the client so you could follow up with an automation. But after asking, I thought it was maybe a glitch when I asked Parker, and he told me that basically the video is wrong. So to clarify that, it looks like this is a bit of a broken feature in their system, because through the app or the customer screen here, you can send an email for an upsell, send a text, for example. You see mulch needs to be done, it'll send it once, but that's not going to create a tag which could then be followed up with an automation like, do you want to purchase the mulch upsell? So at the moment, that that feature is not working as far as I understand, but I did ask Parker to clarify that as well. So basically, they'd be two independent things. So you could send one upsell email, one upsell text. If you want to do an automation after that, you'd have to manually add a tag, as far as I understand. Those are more just details. So I'll get back to you on that as well, but that's the way I understand as he explained it to me. One thing I wanted to circle back to that I didn't mention before is that the bulk emails, under emails here, on a previous video, it might have been like 8 or 9, I saw you could only send emails to certain groups here, and I thought that maybe that would be very limiting, but I was corrected in that within the customer screen, you can actually filter to whatever you want, and you can send emails from this screen as well. So in that way, you can do a very good filter in terms of who you want to contact. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So today I was going to explore the equipment functionality here, trucks and equipment. So let's dig in here. So I haven't seen this yet, so let's go through it together. So let me first show you Service Autopilot's version. They have a very, like I said, very weak asset feature in their system. So this is located under Team Asset Tracking, and you click on here, and you can see that you can type the equipment in here, purchase information, but it's really just a log. So you can attach some information and stuff, but you can't do anything with it. It's just here. If you need to reference it, I guess, it's in the system to keep track of it. Not great. So I'll show you what we do quickly. We have a pretty elaborate system set up based on, we set them up as clients in the system because in Service Autopilot, there's a lot more functionality in the client screen than the asset screen. So we have tags in the equipment. This one's actually inactive. I'll just show you some information down here. You can attach the bill of sale, oil filter. We create all these custom fields, purchase price, number of tires. This way, if someone's out in the field, you got a flat tire, you don't need to ask them, the tire number is on file. Oil capacity, model number, etc. Purchase agreements. So there's a lot more on file there. We also set up our maintenance through here. So here's an example of some equipment that we're currently using, an active truck. You can see we have packages for cleaning the equipment, goes on the waiting list. We have a service package for inspections, etc. So there's a lot more you can do using the client screen for clients. We also have like a purchase form here. You fill out when you purchase equipment, it'll create the client account. So we've created a way, a workaround, and maybe there's a workaround in Copilot as well, but there's just a lot more functionality here for Service Autopilot for equipment tracking. So let's jump into their asset tracking here. So I'm going to try this out. I don't know what it does. I took a really quick peek at it before this video, but to me, it looks pretty basic. So let's try this. So truck equipment name, so I'll put test truck 1. Let's do test equipment 1. Type truck automobile. So I'll call this test truck 1. Model F350. Serial number 12345. Cost per gallon. Okay, so this looks to me like probably there might be something in the report center on this. We'll check that out. And I assume this would be in some sort of tracking report down the road, but obviously there's functionality that's intended to be used on this data, I would assume, if it's not set up now. Supplier. Okay, it looks like you can add suppliers. Test name, test, vendor number 1. Okay, so we can save where it was purchased. Save supplier. Street is mandatory. Please enter street 1. Okay, well, doesn't look like this is working to me, right? There's no place for a street 1. All right. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I'll ask Parker about this, but this looks like this is probably a glitch here as well. So we can't enter the supplier. Okay. And it looks like it's a required field as well. Great. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to save this, but same thing. It looks like it has some similar information here. Maintenance due. So this looks to me like down the road this is going to be a functionality, but it doesn't look like it's working right now either. You can assign it to a crew. That's cool. Okay. Custom fields. We could add. Looks like we could add oil here. Oil capacity, just as an example. Transferable field. I don't know what that does. And oil capacity we'll do 5. Insert field. Okay, so it looks like we can add some of these custom fields like we can in Service Autopilot. This is where we could attach some files here. I'm not going to bother doing that. And save truck equipment. But it's making me select a supplier. And we can't save one. So, yeah, I don't know if we could actually save this. Unless there's another place to enter suppliers in here, but I'm not seeing a way to do that. All right, so let's check the report center here to see if there's anything we can do. Let's do equipment. Let's try assets. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in here. Maybe it would be in some sort of report for tracking gross margin. Truck mileage report. Okay, here's some equipment, right? Mileage report. Maybe this would show truck mileage by crew. So truck name, truck miles per gallon. Okay, so this is where it's going to be in here. Miles covered, total cost. Okay, so it looks like this is a very basic report for how much you're spending on fuel. All right, well, that seems like the limit to their functionality there in terms of equipment. So I'll ask Parker on some of these questions, get back to you guys in the next video. I think after this, we've covered pretty much a lot of things in the system here. So I think what I'm going to do next time, I'm not personally that interested in chemical tracking. Leave a comment if you guys want me to explore that. So I'm going to skip that for now. Just because we don't use that in Service Autopilot, we don't use that functionality, so I'm personally not going to explore that, but I will if you guys want to see that. So what I'm going to do next is actually try dispatching jobs and see how that works, punching into jobs, routing, all those features, which are obviously hugely important to any CRM you're going to use. So I'll stop there. I'll answer those questions in the next video, and then we'll jump through some of the scheduling capabilities of Copilot. And then from there, maybe we'll try putting some of these automations into action as well. For example, job was dispatched. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.